Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Shop 27. I'm your host, Jermaine Colter. And to my far right, we got Kevin Johnson, KJ. And today's special guest, we got all SEC cornerback, former SEC champion, also second round draft pick with the Indianapolis Colts. He's a Super Bowl winner, also two-time All-Pro, second team All-Pro, and also the 2012 Interception leader, Tim, the Hawk, Jennings. What's good, Tim?
What's happening, boy? Oh, you brought me back, boy. You say the Hawk, boy. I ain't been called that in a minute.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. All right. For the people that don't know you, let them know a little bit about your background and where you're from.
Y'all can hear me good?
Yeah.
Okay. Man. Do it.
Man. Yeah, all right, KJ, man. Welcome back, man. Yeah, well, like you said, man, Tim Jennings, man, look, from Orangeburg, South Carolina, 803, all day, every day. Small town, man. Played at Orangeburg Wilkinson High School. Yeah, man, and just had a chance to go play at the University of Georgia. One of my dream schools. You know, I did wanted to go to play the Clemson, man, but KJ didn't, you know. He held it down for me. I ain't have a chance. It is what it is, you know, KJ, Ryan. Yeah, no, y'all was already loaded, so I had to go to UGA, man, and you know, took my talents there, man, and made the best of that opportunity. And like you said, man, I was a former second round draft pick out of University of Georgia. I had blessed to play at get drafted by the Indianapolis Colts, playing for Coach Dungy my rookie year. Played with the great Peyton Manning, Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne, all those cats, man. So it was definitely a blessing and winning the Super Bowl my rookie year, man. So it's definitely been a blessing, man, just coming from a small town like Orangeburg, Wilkinson, and, you know, small kid, just being undersized and everybody just thinking that, you know, it wasn't going to happen. So I definitely lived the dream and still living it to this day, man.
That's what's up, man. Congratulations, bro.
Man.
Appreciate you.
Yeah. Yo, Tim. So what age you start playing football, man? And was football your first love?
KJ, that's crazy, dog. Football wasn't my first love. I think I started playing football at the age of 9, bro. Like my brother really just got me into growing to love the game of football, man. He bought me my first set of, you know, those little plastic pads with the plastic helmet, just running around the house, just running into stuff. Yeah, not really knowing better, man. But basketball was my first love, man. I think I was more in love with basketball, you know what I mean? Not knowing I would stop growing at 5'8". So I just definitely wanted to play all the sports that I could. Basketball was probably one of my favorites. I played baseball, basketball, and football, man. But, you know, my thing was my parents just wanted me to stay busy, man, to keep me, you know, out of the streets and everything like that. And I just grown to love football as I got older, man.
Cool. So you started playing basketball, I think it was City League, right?
Yeah.
And then from there, you end up, you know, winning MVPs and championships and things of that nature. Yeah. Talk about, you know, how basketball became that first love before football, because I remember you was head on with basketball. That was your thing.
Yeah, man. It was just fun, man. It was fun. You know, playing with a great group of guys, you know, guys that I kind of grew up with in that city, like you said, in the city of Orangeburg. You know everybody. You know what I mean? Everybody know everybody. And I just grew to love basketball, and I was pretty good at it, man, and had a lot of success from that. So, you know, like you said, getting all the accolades, being successful, everybody just loving, you know, playing the game of basketball, having so much fun. That really just got me to love to compete the way that I learned the level of competition there when I was growing up playing basketball, man. So as I got older, I just, always took that level of competition to the next level, man. And I think that's why I'm here today.
Great, man. So along the way, going through the development stages, who were some of the coaches that was influential in your decision making to stick with football?
With Bobby Rivers, like Bobby Rivers, man, yeah, he was definitely, influential to me. I had a lot of great coaches, man. I probably, even if I've missed naming some of them today, but I'm pretty sure they know that they played a big influence on my life, man. And some of those coaches I still keep in contact, but definitely when I got older, man, and started playing football, those coaches like Coach Tommy Brown, Bobby Hemby, those guys, the kind of way they took my whole understanding of sports and competition to a next level. I mean, my brother played a big part. He coached me when I was in the little league, man. And he taught me a lot of key points about, the sports, but itself, it was just more like life. You know what I mean? Like what I go through in sports is just what you're going to deal with in life. How you handle it is, going to make you as a man, as a player. So my brother played a big part of that, man. As I got older, like I said, Coach Hemby, man, Coach Brown, Coach Norman, Coach Sistrong, all those guys that dug in my, just dug in me when I was growing up, kind of played a big part as I got to the level that I'm at now.
All right, cool. So when you started playing football, what position did you play first?
That's funny. So when I started playing football, man, I believe it or not, I was a nose guard. I think everybody growing up, yeah. Like I had to put my hand down in the dirt because I think they thought I was quick. You know what I mean? Everybody was kind of like the same size back then. All the bigger guys kind of play running back and, because then nobody really want to tackle them. The smaller guys, they wanted to put you in the line to kind of use your quickness. So I played D-line, man, to try to penetrate the ball, get the ball from the quarterback in the center hand as quick as I can. But, that didn't last very long. Then they put me at running back because they realized I was fast. So I played running back. I made a good, I realized I was fast when I was in a little league and playing running back. Like, if you give me the ball, like, it's going to be hard to catch me because I'm running for my life out there, man. So that's what I knew. That's when I knew, all right, I could probably do this.
Okay, cool, man, cool. So you get that was probably like middle school, about to go to high school. So you get to high school and you go to OW. Were you going there first or were you going somewhere else before you went to OW?
Yeah, so I got to back it up a little bit, man. So I played Little League all the way until I couldn't play Little League no more. I didn't even play middle school football. I went to Howard, man. I went to Howard Middle School. So I just played basketball at Howard. I never played football. I played basketball at Howard, and I played still rec ball all the way out till I couldn't play no more. So I missed all the middle school of football. Then if y'all don't remember, man, when I got to OW, I didn't play football my 9th grade yet. I played basketball. And I played basketball, and I was still think I playing baseball. But when I got to high school, it was basketball my 9th grade year, man. I just didn't think I was big enough, strong enough, fast enough. Because when I got to OW, man, I was intimidated by y'all boys, KJ. I ain't even gonna lie. Like y'all boy were big out there. I was like, I don't know about that, man.
I remember you said that. You was like, man, I ain't playing with y'all, man. Y'all too big. So what you talking about? Come on, let's hoop. He's like, nah, but you always got all the MVPs in the camp. So I was like, why you ain't gonna play?
Well, I didn't know, man. I just growing up in the neighborhood, I stayed near, Ryan Hemby. I stayed near Haji Jackson. So, Haji was a big dude. Like, and I saw the way Haji used to work. I'm like, man, it's no way I can go out there and compete with these kind of guys. Like, these boys is out here for real. Like, but growing up with them, man, and always going outside and playing with those guys and really like, playing with Ryan in his backyard, playing basketball, playing football, tackle football. I was just I was physical, you know what I'm saying? I didn't care about, I like to go play with those guys, like I said, but I'm faster than y'all. But, you know what I'm saying, I knew the physicality was there. And finally, Coach Brown and Coach Hemby got me off the basketball court, man, and I just really started focusing on, I really started playing high school football and realized, okay, I can rock with y'all.
All right, cool.
I can rock with y'all.
So the very first season you play football, you go to varsity, right? Your 10th grade year?
I played, yeah. So I played varsity. No, I played JV. I started off with JV my 10th grade year. And I think, somebody got hurt. I want to say, what's my guy name? One of the cornerbacks, he got hurt. And I kind of got bumped up to varsity, like during my 10th grade year as well. And that's kind of where it kind of took off. So I played JV. I didn't play B team football. I went straight to JV my 10th grade year. Didn't play a lot of games there because they bumped me up to varsity because one of the DBs got hurt and it kind of moved me up to be a reserve guy. And so I played varsity my 10th, 11th, 12th grade year, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I remember. Go ahead, KJ.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, man. Then you play a little bit of wide receiver too?
I did, man. I played a lot. I played a little bit of wide receiver, more that junior, senior year. Started learning about, Coach Norman offense, that 7-14, that's his favorite, his favorite 10 route. So I played both. Yeah, I played both ways my junior and senior year, but mainly at cornerback, with Coach Brown. If you're an athlete, then we got to keep you on the field. So, going both ways in high school was definitely a must. And I think it helped me out a lot, learning offensive concepts, learning what receivers like the stem routes and stuff like that. So it definitely was a plus and it helped me out, man. So I come in there and play a little wide receiver. I didn't block a whole lot, KJ. If I'm gonna come in, man, you're gonna have to give me the ball or something.
Yeah, for real now.
Yeah, I need the ball.
Because I'm trying to score, baby.
Yeah.
All right. So you get your first interception. I think that was against North Augusta. About 95-yard return.
Oh yeah, you taking me back, but hey, you taking me back. I remember my first pick. Yeah, I remember my first pick, man, and I think that was like my 10th grade year when Buddy, I think it was kind of like me and Ryan at corner one of those games, and North Augusta threw a little hitch route. I didn't know what I was doing. I was able to break on the hitch, and I took it to the house, man, and that was something crazy right there. KJ, you already know. Yeah, you already know a hitch, boy. You get a hitch, you gotta know, boy. Yeah, I was out there looking stanky young, but I tried.
You had all the socks on though. You had the sandal socks.
Catching cramps like nobody else, man.
Oh man. So
how was the playoffs though, man?
Yeah.
That was the playoffs, you say?
Yeah, how was the playoffs, man? How far y'all make it in the playoffs?
Where
y'all make it?
At OW?
Yeah, OW, yeah.
So man, God dang, KJ, why you want to take me back down here, man? So the year that we made, yeah, man. So the year that we made, the year that we made playoffs, man, we played Somerville, right? So that was like, that was like in 2000. And we ain't been to the playoffs. We ain't been to the playoffs since then. But that was Ryan and them senior year.
Yeah.
So we went to So we got to the. I think it was the first or the second round of playoffs, man, when they had Bernard Rambert at running back. Yep. So I'm already shaking in my boots. I'm just a sophomore, like, man, I don't know what's going on, but that game right there, man, we was having them. We was doing good. We had them, man, and I'm on punt returning. Ryan back there returning the punt, and I'm blocking for Ryan. Like all I know is to block the guy. So Ryan back there, I guess he calling Peter. I don't hear him because I'm blocking. Like my guy not about to make this play. So he called Peter, and I guess the ball hit me. and they landed on it, and they go up for the. Yeah, it was one of them, man. So you can imagine all the seniors and juniors down my throat, man, and it's just like I almost quit, KJ. Like
real thing.
Yeah, so that was my first experience.
Yeah,
that was my first experience, man, doing the playoffs and playing with Ryan and them, and having a chance to go against the almighty Somerville, because I think there was the 1 seed, we was like the 4th seed, so we really wasn't supposed to be there, but we had a chance, man, and me just being a freshman, sophomore, and I'm just doing my job, but yeah, I got hit. I muffed the punt, man.
Oh man, that's all right. Hey, so you ran a little track too?
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. Track was my thing, man. Track.
It's important though, for real, yeah.
Yeah. I try to tell these kids all the time, man. Hey, man, run track, man. I think it's gonna help you out for speed. That turnover is gonna get you. It's gonna build those muscles up, that endurance. Yeah. So track was my thing, man. When I realized, like I said, man, when they used to have these guys to try to come catch me, and how you want to do the hazing and everything like that. So they wanted to get, some of the fast guys to come catch me. But I'm like, I saw it from a mile away. I like, oh, yeah, they coming from me. So I took off. And I was like, yeah, y'all ain't catching me. So that's when they realized, like, man, we need to get this kid on the track, man. Like,
for real.
Yeah.
Hey, strike out, boy.
No, I was out of there. Hey, Jay, you ain't catching me, man. No, I'll run around. I'll run to the house before you even get me.
I'll run past my car and keep going.
Man, I'm trying to tell you. And we had some speedsters back there, especially like, around that 2000 class and that 99 class. So I'm still like a freshman. I mean, a sophomore, and I knew like, okay, they trying to get buddy that run track to come get me, but it ain't gonna be that easy.
Ain't gonna be that easy, dog.
No,
hey,
sir.
Man, yeah, you was out there with my brother D'Angelo too, man. Y'all was out there in the secondary, man. Y'all was playing, right?
Yeah, man. We held it down for a while, man. Me and D'Angelo, we had some good times, man. We had some good games, man, and we always, one thing about Orangeburg Wilkinson, bro, we gonna keep some solid corners out there. Our secondary gonna always be nice. You know what I'm saying?
Show, boy. You better say it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that out there. Yeah, all day.
DBU. Yeah, all day.
So me and D'Angelo, man, we had a chance to play I think about a year or two out there, man. So we was able to go out there and try to shut some stuff down, bro. Good guy, yeah,
right, man.
Yeah. So talk about the Shrine Bowl, man. It's your senior year. You getting a lot of punt returns, kick returns. Wide receiver, DB, a lot of picks, playing basically all night and not coming off the field.
Right.
I guess track help you out with your endurance over time.
Yeah.
So talk about the experience with the Shrine Bowl. A lot of people don't get the experience that even top players don't. Not everybody get picked for that. Talk about the privilege and the opportunity that you were able to take advantage of.
Well, glad you asked me that, man, because that was definitely one of the biggest opportunities I think that got me to this level, man. To be honest with you, because I had some stats in there, but I was like a 2-star recruit. You know what I mean? I wasn't up there, highly recruited to go to the Shrine Bowl. I think we had something smaller like the East West or something like that. But Coach Brown had the opportunity to coach in the Shrine Bowl. They asked Coach Brown to come out there and help. So Coach Brown got invited to coach. So with you being invited to coach, you're able to bring one player from your school. And so what happened was Coach Brown told me, hey, man, we're going to the Shrine Bowl. I'm like, wait, what? Like, that's crazy, right? So
talk about that day you went in his office and he told you that. Talk about that moment.
I mean, it was
probably jumped on the desk.
Yeah. But what's crazy, KJ, to be honest, man, at the time, I didn't know the magnitude of the Shrine Bowl hell, man. I just didn't know how big it was. Yeah, I didn't really know that. Like, it was just the fact that, once again, I'm here playing football. I'm pretty good. Yeah, you know what I mean? It was an opportunity. So I'm like, all right, coach, like, yeah, that's what's up, man. I don't know exactly what it is or who gonna be there, but shit, I'm ready for it, you know what I mean? But it didn't hit me. It didn't hit me until I actually went and I saw all these big time recruits that you hear about, you know what I mean, that you've been following all throughout your, high school career, and realize like, okay, this man got by, he leading the county in picks. Like, okay, that's who that is. You know what I'm saying? The Roscoe Crosby, the Aries Curry, you know what I mean? Those cats like you are like, oh, okay. So when I got there, man, it was just like, all right. Once again, I'm underrated, 2-star. I'm going against these 3-4-star guys. So I'm like, all right, well, here we go. Like, here's another opportunity for me to, shine and do my thing. And what happened was I had a great week of practice, man. I was, you got all these Clemsons and these South Carolinas and these, big time D1 schools. And I ain't never seen them before. They ain't never come to OW to recruit us because we didn't have, big time guys. My senior year, it was, me, Joe D, some other kids that were just going to like South Carolina State. We was going to stay local. But I go there, man, and I had a great week of practice. It didn't come game time. I have 2 interceptions, man. And that's when, it was during that week when Georgia really started making some phone calls. You know what I mean? Like, hey, coach. And I didn't even know that until I actually go take my visit at the University of Georgia. That's when they saw me, you know what I mean? And I was getting letters, but I never got offered, you know what I mean? I never talked to the D coordinator, no recruiting coach, no nothing. Like, it took the Shrine Bowl for and realized, hey, coach, it's a play out here that I think we missed. You know what I mean? So that's when they really started doing their homework and start, going through the process, man. So shout out to Coach Brown, man, that, took a chance on me to go with him to the Shrine Bowl and showcase my talents. And I tell, kids now, like, that opportunity really set me up to where I'm at today, bro. Yeah, man. That was huge.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
How y'all do that week? I know you had the one-on-ones and all that. So you went against Aries and all them in one-on-ones?
Man, you went against, Aries, the Roscoe Crosbys. Oh, man, it was the kid from South Carolina, Troy Williamson. He was that guy. You remember Troy? Like, Troy was fast. He went to South Carolina, ended up getting drafted number 7th overall when he left South Carolina. But Troy Williams was that guy, man. So going against him in like 1-on-1, 7-on-7 team, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, I don't know what it is, but it's just like I kind of elevated the game a little bit. And and it just kind of, the opportunities came there like, okay, I've seen all this before, you know what I mean? Like, I face all this, you know what I'm saying? I had good quarterbacks like James Murdoch, you know what I mean? Like, I seen all this. This is nothing new to me. You know what I'm saying? I've watched, Woodrow. I've watched, a lot of y'all great receivers that came through there. So I really grew up watching that show. When I got in that moment, it was kind of like, it was second nature. Like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Like, I watched Ryan Hemby for so long. I watched you, KJ, for so long. So when I got there, it was just like, all right, like, this ain't really nothing new. It's just time to compete. You feel me?
Word. There you go,
man. What's up?
Yep.
You did a good job.
Leave the Shrine,
proud of you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, KJ.
You leave the Shrine Bowl and you get into your recruiting process. What schools do you visit? And then tell us about how you got to Georgia.
All right. So, I mean, I was getting recruited. Georgia Southern, I think, was probably one of the first offers I got.
Okay.
And I visit schools like Elon, North Carolina A&T. There's a lot of small schools. Georgia Southern probably was one of the biggest schools, and I went to North Carolina A&T. I kind of pondered on them a little bit, and South Carolina State. And I'm like, man, if I'm gonna go anywhere, I might as well just stay home. You know what I'm saying? Like, Georgia Southern was cool, but it was just like,
KJ and I went on to visit the Georgia Southern on my recruit.
Yeah, boy. It's out there in the woods, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it kind of got on the map with. Yeah, we got on the map, you know what I'm saying, out there in the woods and everything like that in Statesboro. You know what I mean?
National championships during that era, though.
Yeah, it was, but it didn't do nothing for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't feel it. I'm like, how dare, Derek Butler when I'm like, Derek, like, why?
I know.
I went out, I went out there to the games, you know what I'm saying? I went out to the games because what happened was, you know what I'm saying, the environment, the whole atmosphere, because I used to go a lot to Clemson games, you know what I'm saying? Coach Stockstill was my guy. Like, Stock was my dude. You know what I'm saying? Stock would hit me up more than anybody else. You know how Stock is, man. Stock love you, Stock love you. You know what I'm saying? But they couldn't really pull the trigger, man. Just the fact that, you know, I think Tuberville was a coach at the time, and he wasn't sold. So just experiencing those Clemson and those South Carolina games, and then, you know, going to Georgia Southern, I'm like, it just don't feel right. You know what I mean? So I went to South Carolina State and, you know, met with Coach Buddy Pugh, and I was like, Coach Pugh, I'll stay home and play for you, but I got to play offense. I got to play defense. I got to return kicks. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just got to do it. I just, come on, like, Coach, this is what I do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to be able to get as much. I'm thinking to myself, like, I could do all that. In that state, I think I really can do all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was going to stay home right there in the backyard, man. I was already committed to South Carolina State. And what happened was, you know what I'm saying, I went and visited Georgia, you know, during that whole Shrine Bowl, and they started to call me and, you know, being interested in there. He's like, hey, we want you to come on an unofficial visit. And I go up there, you know, I'm wearing my Tim boots and everything, KJ. Like, I need that extra 2 inches. Hey, I learned that, yeah. Hey, I learned that from Ryan.
Man, dog,
you know, come on, man. I told you, man, Ryan. Ryan taught me everything, man. So I go there on my recruiting visit, bro. I'm wearing my 2-inch, you know, 2-inch Tims. I'm going from 5'8", at least be by 5'9". You know what I'm saying? So I get there and tour the whole campus, man. Do the whole not on the unofficial visit, meet with Coach Rick, and they just basically told me, hey, look, man, we don't have any more scholarships left. We like you. We don't have any more scholarships left. But if one open, we'll give it to you. So I'm like, damn, y'all brought me all the way up here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I appreciate the opportunity, seeing the campus and, you know, experience this type of, because it was still a dream of mine, you know, to go to, you know, visit that. And I've been following UGA for a while. So I was glad I have that experience. I wasn't too disappointed. But he told me straight up, like, yeah, we don't have any more scholarships left. But if one of them open up, man, we'll definitely be able to extend it. It was crazy. I was already committed to South Carolina State, man. And it was the night before signing day, bro. And one of the cats decommit from Georgia, Channing Crowder, man. He ended up going to Florida. And I get the call the night before signing day. I'm at OW basketball game, bro. I'm at OW basketball game. Because I'm not even playing no more. Like my senior year, I ain't playing basketball. Like I'm going to school to play football. So football is what it is.
Yeah, I ain't getting hurt.
Yeah, I'm just going to football. So I ran track and played football my senior year. And I'm just at the basketball game. And I just, you know, coach from UGA called me and say, man, hey, we got a scholarship, man. You know, do you want to join? And he's like, we done called Coach Buddy Pugh and everything to get the okay before we even called you. And I'm like, hell yeah, like, let's do it.
Word.
I ended up committing. I ended up decommitting. I got that offer the night before signing day, and I signed that next day at my mama's shop, bro.
Dang, man.
That's crazy, bro.
So, that's what's up, man. So you get to Georgia, right? And who's the player that embrace you, that take you under their wings when you get there?
Man, Bruce Thornton, man. Bruce Thornton was my guy. You know, he was a junior cornerback transfer from running back like a year or two ahead, man. So he was about 5'11", little thick, 190. I'm like, oh, like that's like that cornerback. That's a nice little size right there. You know what I mean?
Yep. Pro size.
Yeah. But what's crazy that I always followed Tim Wansley. He was at Georgia before I got there. So he was about 5'8", like 180. So he wore number 2, man. And that's when I really fell in love with Georgia. I'm like, man, who is this little dude out there like balling? Like, that's me. You know what I'm saying? That could be me. So I saw myself in Tim Wansley, man. So I really became a Tim Wansley fan, which really turned me into a UGA fan. And then when I got there, like, Bruce Thornton, he embraced me. When I got there, I tried to go up there early, and I lived with Sean Jones. He was a safety.
Yep.
So I get in there, and I'm not even enrolled yet. So I called myself trying to go up there early to get a head start. So they ruled me up. Yeah, they ruled me. They moved me in. I stayed with Sean, and they stayed off campus. So I ended up staying with them for a while, maybe like 2 weeks, because I'm like, this all season workout, like, nah, I ain't ready. Like, so I ended up going back home, KJ. Like, I had to get in shape, bro, because I threw up. I remember throwing up. I'm like, nah, I ain't ready. So it kind of hit me hard, man. But Bruce Thornton was one of the guys that took me, and Sean Jones, Corey Bryant, those are 2 starting corners. So the older cats they really embraced me well, man. So I'm like, all right, this is cool. Like, this cool.
Cool, man. So when you get there, who was the toughest receiver to guard at Georgia in practice? Was it Fred Gibson or someone else?
Man, I hope them boys ain't watching, man. You know what I'm saying? But Fred was tough. Terrence Edwards was nice. Like, Terrence was polished. Terrence was like a little mini Marvin Harrison. Like, he was polished, you know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, I think OW really set me up, for that moment. Like, my technique was already better than a lot of those cats, you know what I'm saying? So I was in the program. Yeah, like, I was in position with a lot of those dudes, like, and now I'm facing Terrence Edwards and Fred Gibsons, Michael Johnsons, the Damian Garys, and Reggie Brown. Like, yeah, like, so now I come in here, and it really just like took me to another level that I was like, I can do this. like I can do this, bro.
Yeah.
Y'all made each other better at Georgia with the receiving and DB crew, like, because everybody in practice, y'all probably y'all were the number 1 team in the conference. So
yeah.
Both sides of the ball.
Yeah, it was definitely one of those going into that situation, man. I think it prepared me a lot, man. Like, it prepared me a lot, but like I said, I think OW, Coach Hemby, teaching me like techniques, backpedaling. To me, 90, 45. You know how Coach Hemby was. So having that technique when I got there kind of already catapulted me over those 4- and 5-star cornerbacks, man. So they was like, well, this guy already got it, saying. I think they really kind of had to play me, throw me in that fire. I was ready, man. Like, I was ready.
Cool, man.
Hey, Tim, so did y'all do a lot of man or zone? Because, man, you had like 10 interceptions, man, for your career, man.
Yeah. So, at Georgia, man, we did a lot of fire zone, man. We was a lot of fire zone. I started at nickel. I played a lot of nickel my true freshman year, my true freshman year, our first opening game was against Clemson. We bust y'all behind then, too, So we played a whole lot of fire zone, man. We didn't play a whole lot of man. I played nickel, then I played some boundary corner where you had to be physical on that outside, and then I moved to a wide corner where I really had to play the whole field. So it's like I got everything from the inside to the boundary to the wide corner, man. It wasn't really a whole lot of man, and I think that hurt me when I first got into the NFL because I didn't know how to play man like that. Like, I was really killing in that zone. Like, I could see everything. My instincts was good. You know what I'm saying? Playing that nickel.
Quarterback.
Yeah, I could see. Yeah, I could see the quarterback. I could jump that. You know what I mean? So we didn't play a whole lot of man, but I got introduced to man real quick though. when I got drafted, dog.
Cool, man. Well, speaking of jumping things, I got some footage here I want to go ahead and share with you, okay?
All right, let's do it.
All right.
Here's the punt. They blocked it. Broke through on Jackson. First time in his career he's ever had a punt blocked. It's Brian McClendon. Here's Flynn, right side. Almost gets picked off. Tim Jennings, touchdown, Georgia.
Yes,
Big
sir.
game,
Yeah.
Big
Yeah,
game.
that was a good one.
SEC championship, right?
Hey, that's how you represent where you from, baby.
No, you already know. Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So just talk about that play right there. How did you read that? How did you know he was going to do the hitch route?
Yeah, man. So, that was the year, what's that quarterback? The black guy that ended up getting drafted by the Oakland Raiders.
Jamarcus Russell.
Yeah, so that was Jamarcus Russell year, actually. But we took him, we took him out early. Like we hurt him. So then Matt Flynn comes in the game. And Matt Flynn comes in the game, and that receiver is actually Dwayne Bowe. And it was just the fact that I kind of already knew that when they got in that formation, it was going to match protect. Dwayne Bowe had a little tight split. They ran a comeback on me early in that game. And as you can see, we up like 30 points that game. So I'm like, if I see this formation again, I'm gone. Like, it don't even matter. So I kind of, tempoed down a little bit. They gave me the route. Matt Flynn just looking the whole way. No play action, no nothing. And I had a good jump on it, man. And, the rest is history. I'm like, man, shoot. Because we were already kicking in behind. So we're flying around as a defense. Everybody making plays. I think the other corner, he had a pick. And I'm like, man, all right, well, shoot, I got to get mine. You know what I mean? So if I get this formation, this play, I'm gone. Like, so I just backed off. I bait him a little bit and let him think that it was an open, this out route was open. I think I was sitting at KJ. I'm sitting like 10 yards. I ain't moving. I'm not moving. So if you throw this, I'm gone. And I had a good break on it, man. And I'm gone. I got to have it.
Well, so I saw that you had like a 92-yard return off of Rex Grossman against Florida one year too.
Yeah, was that what? Oh no, I didn't score. I didn't score. Yeah, I didn't score on that. I know I didn't score on that play. I never took Rex Grossman. I did pick him, and he tackled me. I had a good, nice little return, but he tackled me. I didn't have the moves back then, KJ. I couldn't shake them, man. I just couldn't shake them. But I had it was a tip ball, and I was able to. The ball fell in my hands, and I got a nice little break on Rex Grossman too. But I think the one you might be talking about was I had one with Eli Manning, and I took that back for 75 yards.
Yeah, I think that was Eli.
Yeah, it was crazy because that week of preparation, coach knew the play was coming. He knew that route was coming. He told, hey, look, sit inside number 2, but let 2 pass, and he going to try to throw it in this window with number 1. So fall right underneath number 1. It's going to come right in your hands. And I be damned if that play ain't happened the way he called it, KJ. That thing came right in. I faked the blitz like I'm blitzing, so he thinking that I'm going to get up under number 2, come back out. But I let 2 pass, and he tried to hit that window, and with that number 1 window, man, and I was sitting right there. He threw it right to me, KJ, so I just took that sucker to the aisle, man.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, it was some nice. Good times, baby. Good time.
You know it. So you guys won like 2 SEC championships in your career, right?
Yes, sir.
Talk about how David Pollock was a big piece to your defense and how influential he is as a person in your locker room.
Man, to be honest, man, I think David Pollock, he was different, man. Like his energy that he brought every day, not even on Saturdays, bro. It's like in practice, like why? Like, how are you so excited for practice? Like he was just different. I've never seen nobody like David Pollock, how he ran to the ball, how he was so disruptive. His energy, we fed off of that as a defense so much. And playing along with David Pollock, he was a big part. And Thomas Davis, like those 2 cats were like guys I've never seen in my life. Like these two they run full speed, they hit you full speed, they're so disruptive around the ball. And as a defense, you can't help but feed off of that. You know what I mean? Like when you see a play like that, some boys make a play, like you feed off of that. Like, okay, like I'm gonna be all right back here. Like I like being on this side. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm safe. I'm safe.
Safe.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's like them boys, man. Like Pollock, yeah, he's definitely been a big influence in my life. We still communicate to this day. He has his charity event every year, his golf event that I'm definitely be a part of every year. He invites me, extends his invitation to me. So those guys play a big part of, what like tells you a lot about the chemistry that University of Georgia and the camaraderie that, we built there.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So you leave Georgia, you get into the combine, you're working out. I know you're probably a little banged up. You know, play in the hardest conference in college football. Talk about that transition, getting prepared for the combine and running a 4.3, one of the tops, 40 times in that class, you and Ty Hill from St. George.
Yeah, so, I mean, it was also a great experience, man. Just getting, KJ, getting that grade where you like, all right, well, do I have a chance? And talking to these, different type of agents, that's when I knew it was real. Like agents want to talk to me, like, all right, well, I must be got a chance to make him some money. You know what I mean? So just kind of did that and went with my guy Jason Shea out of Sports Stars, man. It was in New Jersey at the time. And okay, well, let's here we go again. Like, let's do it. You know what I mean? Like the same opportunity that I had, going into that Shrine Bowl, same opportunity I got, getting invited to that combine. Backing up, getting invited to the Senior Bowl. Going and playing in the Senior Bowl. Yep. That was a big accomplishment, an honor to do that as well.
Yep.
But I really, like you said, I really wasn't healthy, man. I think it was my senior season. I ended up spraining my ankle maybe like week 9 or 10. And I had to sit like a game or two. So my ankle was badly sprained, but I ended up finishing the season like the last 2 games. So, took some time off, but I went right into training for the combine, you know what I mean? And I knew, just doing everything, trying to get bigger, stronger, faster, not really doing football stuff. Because, the combine is just all big, strong, and fast. Like, let me see you. You know what I'm saying? So I was just getting prepared for that. I was good straight ahead, man. Like, all right, straight ahead, I'm good. But like any cutting, anything like that, my ankle really wasn't 100%. So, getting there to the combine, I knew I was, training. I knew I was going to put up a fast 40 time. I knew I was going to like probably jump pretty decent. Didn't jump my best because I didn't have the explosion that I really needed, that lift.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go ahead and give it a go anyway. But once I ran that 4.3, I was like, all right, I ain't doing nothing else. Like, this is what y'all want to see. You know what I mean? Yeah, so I ran that 4.3, and I think that really took my grade from a 4th round, 3rd round grade to get me drafted in the 2nd round. But shout out to all, the guys that Jonathan Joseph being from Rock Hill, South Carolina. He ran a 4.3.
Right.
Ty Hill from being from South Carolina, 4.3. And then, me coming in at a 4.3 too, from being from Orangeburg. Like, we were the top 3 guys with the fastest 40, man. So that says a lot about, where we from, what we put into this game, and just – what we represent, man. So that was a good year for South Carolina cornerbacks.
Cool, man. So you get drafted to the Colts. You didn't know you were probably going to the Super Bowl team that year, your rookie year. So talk about going in the locker room with Peyton Manning and Tony Dungy and the rest of the guys in there. That's a legendary squad.
It was surreal, man. It was really surreal. You know what I'm saying? It really didn't hit me until I got in the locker room. You know what I mean? Like, all right, I'm going to Indianapolis, coach Peyton Manning. All you really knew was Peyton Manning, like, you know, Coach Dungy. But then when I got there, you know, getting there with some of the rookies doing rookie OTAs and stuff like that. You know, you didn't see those guys, but when you got there and all the veterans there, now you see Marvin Harrison, you see Reggie Wayne, man, you see Dwight Freeney, Bob Sanders. Like, wait a minute, like, hold on, this can't be real. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was, yeah, it just didn't feel. It was so surreal when I first got there, man, and then, you know, having the chance to be in starstruck when I first got there, like, oh shit, like, okay, this is really happening. Like, all right. So here we go again. Like, you know what I mean? Like, here we go again. So, but that had to be one of the hardest 4 years of my entire football career. I say that because I had to see those cats every day. Like, I had to practice those guys every day. And that was one of the hardest practices I've ever had to be a part of. Like, Peyton Manning, the ball don't hit the ground. Like, he don't throw incomplete passes. Marvin Harrison, you can't touch him because he's too quick. Like,
what?
Man, you couldn't
no jam.
You couldn't jam it. Oh, you weren't jamming Marvin. No, you weren't jamming because you couldn't touch him. Like, he was just too shifty. He was too shifty. You know, Reggie Wayne, he was the opposite. He was more physical. He was big, physical. He's gonna power you to get into his route. Like, I gotta get here, and I gotta get out this break at a certain time. Marvin was different. Like, he was quick, so it wasn't touching him, and he was fast. And then you had Brandon Stokely. You had him at the slot. So that was already. Then you had Dallas Clark. Dallas Clark had tight ends. So you can already imagine, KJ, the handful every day at practice we had to go against. Like, practice was harder than the games, bro. Like, no cap. Like, it was harder than the games, bro. Like, I lie to you not, man. But I think that's prepared me, you know, on Sundays. Like, if you can cover Marvin, Reggie, Brandon, Dallas, Peyton, like, you're gonna be all right. You gonna be okay, bro. Like, but yeah, man, it was tough, man. But, you know, it was a great situation, man. I was definitely blessed to fall into that situation playing for Coach Dungy. I didn't think we was going to win the Super Bowl. Hell, as a rookie, I mean, I didn't think it wasn't. You were just happy to be there.
I know,
you know what I'm saying? Like, you just happy to be there. Yeah, from Orangeburg, South Carolina. Like, man, I'm just happy to be here. I just hope I'll be here for a while, and I hope I can make a career out of it. As a rookie now, and you can make a living doing this, but realizing how good we was, how good Peyton really was, and, you know, experiencing all that, it was just like wow, like, we got a chance. And, like, I ain't know the magnitude of the playoffs. The playoffs were crazy. Like, it was just a whole different vibe. Like, it was too different. It was totally two different seasons. Like, the playoffs don't feel like the regular season, bro. Like, it was just crazy, man. It was just it was a blessing to be a part of that, you know, that and experience that with Coach Dungy and Peyton, though. Now, you know, I've been on both sides. I won one and I lost one. So, I experienced
the Saints. I remember. So you end up. Go ahead, KJ.
I was going to ask you, how was it going against Steve Smith, man, with the Carolina Panthers, man?
Man, everybody asks me all the time. Now, it's crazy you ask me that. You must have been doing your homework, KJ, because
you know what, why?
Yeah. So everybody always asks me, man, like, who was the hardest receiver you ever played against, man? And hands down, Steve Smith is the toughest one I ever. And that's not taking nothing away from Marvin, Reggie, and, you know, Chad Johnson, all those cats that was in their prime at the time. It was just that Steve just reminded me of me. Like, Steve was just little, scrappy. Yeah, he was a dog. You know what I mean? Like, and for for me to match up with a guy like that and didn't really say no much, he was just about his business. And, he ain't really play no games. He was tough. He was, fast. He was faster than what people thought he was. And with Steve Smith, his routes, like they all look the same. Like he's not breaking down. You know what I'm saying? He ain't no breaking down. Like, I'm in and out. I'm about to roll in this dig. Like everything was fast. Everything was one speed. So that was already tough. And then on run plays, like he's really trying to destroy you. Like, so for me, I had to respect that as a guy like, being 5'9", 180, 185 pounds. It's just like, yeah, man, like I respect you. Like you tough. Like I can't, like you the toughest dude I ever been in. Like I had to go against. Like even when that ball is in the air, like it's his ball. Like he is. It's a tough matchup. So anybody always asks me, man, like, Antonio Brown was tough as well, but I saw Steve first. You know what I'm saying? Like I saw Steve first, and of course Antonio Brown was a little bit like Steve Smith, but a little bit quicker, a little bit faster. But Steve was just a dog, and I consider myself, I consider myself as a dog. You know what I'm saying? So when a dog, when two pit bulls go at each other, they like it's gonna be a fight.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a fight, man.
It's locking on each other.
Yeah, it's like we got a lot. Like this is what we gotta do. I don't know nothing else. You don't know nothing else. So let's go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Win.
That's it. So of course, man, Steve won a lot of battles, man. But I was able to get him like a couple times when we played, Carolina in my career, man. And it's just that even though I got 2 picks that game, it's just like Steve still ain't gonna give you that credit. Like he's not gonna give it to you, bro. that's just his mentality. Like, nah, like I'm that dude, and I can only respect him for that.
Yep. So you get the, Chicago, like I said, man, you get there with Lovie Smith against the team that you won the Super Bowl against.
Right.
Talk about how that transpired, man. Like you going to Chicago, leaving the Colts, first of all. And then second of all, talk about how Urlacher and Peanut Tillman were like 2 forces on the defense, along with yourself at that time during that era.
Yeah, so I mean, it still played a role. When I left Indianapolis after my 4 years, and then, I was kind of disappointed it didn't like extend me or wanted to tender me, for another year or whatever like that, because I didn't really know how it worked. But that's when everything really kind of started getting perspective with me. Is like, I don't know what's next. So my agent, we had a few phone calls, I think Pittsburgh, Chicago, the Jets or whatever like that. But at the time, Chicago was more my style defense. It was between them and Pittsburgh. But of course, Chicago had more money on the table. So I'm like, duh, let's go. Yeah. So, but it once again, man, it was a good situation, man. And playing under Lovie Smith, that's the same tree with Tony Dungy. So I'm already going into a familiar situation. And then having a chance, like you said, man, and playing with Brian Urlacher, Charles Tillman, Lance Briggs, like it was surreal again. Like, here's this type of defense that I feel well in with, going to Chicago, a major city like Chicago, man. I didn't know what to expect from. I signed them on I think a 1 or 2 year deal. So I'm like, all right, well, at any time, it could be done and over with. You know what I'm saying? So, what I gotta do? What can I do to make sure I maximize this opportunity, man? And I just went in there and it just gelled with me. You know what I'm saying? My style of play fit into what they was looking for at the time. I mean, luckily, they were struggling at the other corner to where he wasn't as physical. You know what I mean? And he was on the bubble with that. So, of course, me being undersized and me being, I call myself the more physical, scrappy guy. That's what they were looking for at the time. Like, somebody that's going to come up and make a tackle, get in there in the backfield and make a tackle when I have to. So at that time, man, it fit well for me. It just it had to hit home because now you got to feel like, okay, what you got to do more because you only got 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Now, what can you do to get more? You got to create turnovers. This is what these guys do. Like, they got to turn the ball over, like a peanut punch. You know what I'm saying? And talking with Coach Lovey is like, hey, well, I mean, we don't know. Like, you just the guy right now. What are you going to what separates you? So that's when I had to have the mindset like, all right, let me get back into my savage mode and just, if I believe it, gotta go. There ain't no thinking, ain't no hesitating about it. Just believe it, see it, and go. And I was able to get into a groove there, start making some plays there, and made a career there as well.
Yep, you had a great career there too. I got some footage, man. You being in the top 100 players. So you got a couple of teammates, a couple other people talking about you.
Yeah.
Go ahead and take a look at it,
All right.
You think you deserve to be on the list this year?
Man, honestly, I had a good year. So if y'all just go by yearly, of course I feel like I should be in the top 100 or even 11.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
Top 10.
Top 10, come on.
Tim Jennings is only 5 feet 8 inches tall, but the diminutive corner had a giant year, earning his first selection to the top 100 list.
He's short in stature, but he can jump out the gym and has great ball skills and makes plays. He's an all-around cornerback.
Hasselbeck, fade, right corner of the end zone. Broken up by Tim Jennings. That was another outstanding defensive play.
Great ball skills. Anticipation, sky high. Not afraid to get beat. If you beat me, you beat me. But if I guess right, I'm gonna make you pay.
I've known Tim for a long time. We trained for the combine together back before the 2006 draft, and the guy has just gotten better over these first 7 years.
In 2012, he led the league with 9 picks, becoming the first Bear to do so since Mark Carrier in 1990.
He's obviously got the ability to play man coverage and play on the other side of Peanut, and he gets more opportunities to make plays and get PBUs and picks.
You got one guy on one side creating turnovers by stripping the ball. You got another guy catching interceptions. So it's a domino effect.
Individually, 9 interceptions. Could you have pictured that in training camp that you get to that?
Not 9, but I knew, I was going to have a lot of opportunities. Charles is playing at a high level right now, so they kept coming my way, and I was able to get my hands on the ball.
Play fake, throwing the slant, batted up in the air, and it's intercepted by Conti on the tip by Jennings. Snap is back, he's staring down. Steve Smith. Throw right to Jennings. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Tim Jennings to the house. That's why you're the best.
He's not afraid to stick his nose in there. He's not going to turn down a collision.
Jennings' physical play helped him earn his first Pro Bowl nod. But the 7-year veteran must not have received the memo that the All-Star game is only an exhibition.
I had some words with him this year at the Pro Bowl. I caught a pass, and I bounced off. A couple guys kind of hit each other, and then so I was free to run. And there was Tim, and he went low on me like it was a regular season game. So I was like, dude, what was that all about? He's like, I don't know. He was scared I was going to run him over right there. Like, come on.
Jennings' tenacity and ball hawking skills has the rest of the league taking notice. If TJ can continue to play at this level, a spot near the top of the list might be in his future.
Tim Jennings is a great player. He has a lot of respect for the guys he plays against, his opponents, and he plays the game the right way.
What are y'all doing? Go, get out. Get out.
Get on out, man.
Yeah. Good times, baby.
You're a clown.
It's about that tight end, though, man. What do you expect? You supposed to hit him low.
Yeah,
Shit,
I ain't know. I keep my guards up, baby. I got to keep them up.
You step on that field, man. That's it.
Right. It was good times, dude.
So you got to the Pro Bowl. You went 2 times. And talk about that, man. I think Deion Sanders was your coach from 1 year, right?
Yeah, Coach Brown. I was on Coach Brown's team, man. So it was awesome, man. That was a great experience, man. That first time, man, it was like me and Peanut being voted to that Pro Bowl, and we, me and him being on the same team, and we actually being the starting corners in the Pro Bowl. So that was definitely one of the surreal moments and highlights of my career, man. Just having to be able to share that experience with Charles Tillman. I think that was his first Pro Bowl, or maybe his second one, but for that to be my first one and to share the other corner with Charles, like nah, that don't happen too often. So that was definitely a highlight of my career, man, and definitely been an experience to where we can go down to Hawaii and experience that, man. I was able to take my, my family, and what's crazy that I bought Coach Brown that year. Like Coach Brown, like none of this would never happen, boy, if you didn't invite me to the doggone Shrine Bowl.
Right.
So, yeah,
You got it.
yeah, man. So it was a must, man. Him and his wife came up there, man, and they experienced that experience with me, man, and forever be indebted to me, man. But it was dope, man. That second one, I done been one time, so now I was kind of smart with it. Like, I'm not buying all these plane tickets and hotels no more. Like, it's only a few of y'all coming this time. You know what I'm saying? So, but that first one, man, I had to go all out, man, and because you never know when it's going, you're going to go back or do it again. So we was able to experience, everybody enjoyed it, man. And luckily we won. So I was able to take home a little bit of money after all them damn plane tickets and rooms and stuff. So it was cool, bro.
Man. That's what's up, man. So I was going to ask you, what is Tim Jennings up to today, man?
Man, that's dope, man. Today, bro, like I'm just giving back to the community and giving back to these kids, bro. Like I was just, that's always been a passion of mine, bro. Like so now I do a little training, defensive back training with some of these local kids around here in North Georgia. Helping them out. Yeah, I gotta get there. You gotta have that footwork. Just helping with that foundation, KJ. You already know, like this where it start at, man. Like, let me get these feet right, then I can just, do everything else with you. But that foundation is them feet for sure. And having some success where I had some kids at 9th grade year and then seeing them going off to college. And I got one that's going to Clemson also. Be on the lookout, man. Barrett Carter, KJ. You gonna hear about him, man. He going to Clemson this year. I got I train my guy Jordan Hancock. He's from North Gwinnett High School. He's going to Ohio State. So being able to instill in those kids, man, has really been a passion of mine. And now I'm going to my second year coaching at Denmark High School in the Alpharetta area out here, man. So I'm the defensive back coach here. And I'm enjoying it, man. I telling everybody, man, I like to, I got to stay busy. I'm retired from football, but I ain't retired from, work. Like I got to stay busy, do something, man. And I think I still on this grind, man, where I'm, be able to help out the youth out this way, man, because it's like, if I don't give it to you, then I felt like I did it, you a disjustice as much as I can, especially everything that I've been through, my whole background, where I came from, to let you know that it's pretty much anything possible, with presented with the right opportunity and making the best of that opportunity, man. So just being able to, if I could just reach a few of those kids, man, I think, that's kind of what I'm here for. I think that's why, I've been put in this position that I am in. And I'm, grateful to be in the position now to coach at this high school level and being around a great group of, great group of kids, being around a great group of coaching staff and being on the same page as far as what's next. What do we want to instill in these kids? It's, of course we want to win games, but it's bigger than that at this level. Like, you know what I mean? So how can we help them realize that? And that's where I'm at today, man. And I'm enjoying, man, and just playing golf, bro. Like and also playing golf. I gotta figure out this golf game, baby.
Yes, sir. It's a fun game to play.
Yeah.
Go ahead, KJ.
Yeah, we got the Clemson Georgia game coming up. What's the final score for you, man? I already know Clemson gonna win, but what's the final score?
I mean, yeah, I don't know about that, KJ, but I like us. You know, I like us. You know what I'm saying? I think we'll beat y'all by 2 scores, though. I think we'll beat y'all by 10 to 14 points. Yeah.
Okay,
I'm not going to disrespect y'all because y'all still on Clemson. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got natties. You know what I'm saying? Y'all pretty high. Right? So,
yeah.
Nah, bro, we different, though. I think we got a good chance this year. I mean, I don't even know who's y'all quarterback, so it don't even, you know. So it is
You don't know who he is,
I
so you can't pronounce his name.
I really don't know who it is. You know, I haven't.
Oh.
All we knew was Trevor Lawrence last year. I'm a type of guy that you got to show me. You got to show me what you do before I remember who you are. So this game of Clemson, I see a lot of new faces, man. I just like us because I mean, we got our returning quarterback coming back, and I think he's really a good football player that's going to play on Sunday. So I like him. I like our defense. You know, we still, you know, top 2 in recruiting, so we recycle them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, y'all up there too. It'll be a good test. It'll be a good test, KJ. So, you know, I'm gonna be it's gonna be a battle. But the thing about it is, whoever loses that game, I don't think it's over. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's over. I don't think it's over.
Because it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like, but if you lose twice, then you might be.
Hey,
especially in a row.
You know what I'm saying?
Losing back to back. Yeah, don't lose back to back.
No one want to do
mess up that
confidence
level, man.
Yeah. So, what's your message to the youth right now, man? It's a lot of stuff going on in the world. You know, there's a lot of kids out there that's probably misguided. What is your advice to the youth?
Yeah, man, it's unfortunate, man, especially down there in Orangeburg, man. I'm hearing some very disturbing things about, you know, the high school in the area that we came from, man. So, you know, my advice to them, you know, to not just Orangeburg in the city that I'm from, but all over, you know, the world. It's just that, man, we just gotta be conscious of our surroundings. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think our surroundings play a big part in the decisions we make in life. You know what I'm saying? I think. And I can always speak on my experience because that's all I know, you know what I'm saying, my experience. And I could, you know, feed that back to everybody else. I surround myself with a great group of guys like KJ, you know, Ryan, you know, Haji, you know, hardworking guys that stayed busy, that stayed positive, did positive things in the community. Like, if it was any knuckleheads that I never hung around them. You know what I'm saying? I didn't, it's just the fact that that just didn't attract me. You know what I'm saying? Like, my best friends to this day are the best friends that I had in high school. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, high school. Like, I got one that's an engineer. Like, I hang around those type of guys, and I built a relationship. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That you gotta, because that's one of the things us being competitors, we push each other to be great. You know what I'm saying? And then when I went out to University of Georgia, I got best friends that I built great relationships and still friends to this day, to where one of my good friends is actually the offensive coordinator / receiver coach at Oregon. You know what I'm saying? He had a chance to play in the league. He got his degree in Georgia, but I knew he was going to be like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just the way that he carries himself, and I always surround myself with those type of people, man. And so that'll be one of the definitely, you know, the biggest keys that I would tell, man. Surround yourself with the right people. You know what I'm saying? That's driving to do, you know, great things, that want to be great in life. So now you got something to push yourself towards. You know what I'm saying? Or y'all could push each other. You know what I mean? And embracing the opportunities that comes your way. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's a great opportunity for you to go to school, I don't care where it's at, go get that education. You don't never know what that degree gonna hold you. Excuse me. You don't know what that degree gonna hold you to open up another door. That was me. Like, same thing. Shrine Bowl open up. I ain't know, but I'm gonna take it. You know what I'm saying? I was going to South Carolina State, but I ain't know. But coach, look, I got to play all this. You know what I mean? Like, give me this opportunity to do this. But Georgia opened the door where I didn't know. I was the last recruit to sign, but let me take this opportunity and make the best of it. And I was the first one to get drafted. You know what I'm saying? So having that opportunity, making the best of it is one of the key things that I think is successful in where I'm at today. You know what I'm saying? It didn't even have to be that, but I felt like me going to Georgia, I built the relationships to, you know what I'm saying, to help me along the way. Having that opportunity, I built some great people to kind of help me if I got any questions. All right, how do I do this? So, you know what I mean? Like surround yourself with great people, man, and leave that dumb stuff. Whatever you think is cool. I just that just wasn't me. I just never vibed to that. You know what I'm saying? I knew a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? If I got a problem, I knew who to call. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't roll with them. You know what I'm saying? Like I just didn't roll with them, and just didn't want to be in a position to where I would regret it. You know what I'm saying? Hurt the legacy, hurt that name that I carry. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like I done been through some things, but when I went through some things, it just felt like I let my family down more than I let myself down. You know what I'm saying? So that was big on me growing up. And I would just encourage kids like, man, look, surround yourself with good people. You're not going to be no less popular if you hang with somebody that's less popular. Like you never know. That might be the next president of the United States of America. Like Bakari Sellers. I played basketball with that dude. Now look at this guy now. Like you come on, like that's what I'm talking about. Like Orangeburg, we got great things in store from where we came from. You know what I'm saying? Let's just make the best of our opportunity by staying out of trouble, not doing dumb stuff. Surround yourself with great people. You never know. You might reach the person next to you. That person might reach the next person. You know what I'm saying? So now the circle is even bigger of better people instead of knuckleheads. You know what I'm saying? So that would be my encouragement, man, and just letting the kids know, man, make the best of these opportunities that you have. It don't have to be what you think it is, but it might be an opportunity to where it might open up another door. And you know what I'm saying? Look where you know what I'm saying? You never know where you're going to end up at.
Yep. It's just like our show, man. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Yes,
That's
sir.
what we always say every episode.
That's what
shout outs. Any players, coaches, mom, dad, family members, cousins, friends that you want to shout out.
Shout out to everybody, man. Orangeburg, South Carolina, man. I know I ain't been home in a while, man, but I'm always, I still keep y'all, keep in touch with everybody. Facebook has definitely been one of the outlets, that keeps me what's going on with Orangeburg, man. Things just really getting busy to where I'm coaching now. I'm enjoying what I'm doing. Mom Duke's still down there. All my family's still down there. So I definitely come home. I'm kind of in and out. I still see a lot of those guys. So shout out to my fam. I saw my cousin Renee, her big head was on here. My mom, Deuce, man, she still got the shop, Creative Fashion over there on,
all right,
across from Dario. So if y'all know me, y'all know my mama. Yep. She's still there. She's still working. She's still grinding. So that's where I get my grind from. Coach Brown, all my high school coaches, all my little league coaches, all my partners that, helped me get to this point, man, from Ryan, man, KJ, you, all y'all cats, Rico Pugh just scaring the daylights out of me, man. Don't want to mess up you ain't want to mess up, man. But I think all you guys played a big part at where I'm at today, following you guys, being successful, man. And I look up to all you guys, and I hope I could do the same with the generation coming up behind me.
Man, we appreciate it, Tim, man. The shop always open for you, man. You always come home, get on the show, say what you have to say, promote your business, your fitness center, your coaching, whatever you got going on. It's brewing pride, brewing love all day, baby.
Hey, I appreciate y'all boys having me on, man. And, man, we definitely going to keep in contact, man. And anytime, man, y'all want to do it again, man, just hit me up. You know how to find me, baby.
You know it, man. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it out with your farewell video. For your the jersey and everything. One of the few players from Orangeburg that has a Super Bowl ring and is a champion on every level. Got a 41-inch vertical, 4.3, 40.
Hey, that was
Bowl participant.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
I get back out there now. You want to race?
2 times.
Hey, I got a good hot tip for you. I got a good hot
resume, boy. I'm proud of you, boy.
Hey, I appreciate it, dog. I appreciate it. I know y'all are, man. That's why I appreciate everything about it, man. Yes, sir, man. Keep it content. Much love.
You know it. We're going to head out on the video, man. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Y'all subscribe. You just saw one of the legends. I hope you take the advice. What we're going to leave out today, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Prime example.
That's right.
We're going to leave it today with a special video, a tribute to our guest, Tim Jennings. We want to thank him. And you guys take care, wear your mask, and be safe. Later.
Be safe, man. Peace.
Hello.